Hey, what's going on there, everybody? Today is September 21st, 2024, and I had to make a video on this, man. Concord costs 400 million to develop, to make, all right? It was originally referred to as the future of PlayStation. Man, 400 million to develop this game, and it failed. Concord was a big flop, but it may have been bigger than we realized, an even bigger flop than we realized. All right, so this comes from, I guess, this podcast, right? This person said, I spoke extensively with someone who worked on Concord, and it's so much worse than you think. It was internally referred to as the future of PlayStation, with Star Wars like potential and a development culture of toxic positivity halted any negative feedback, making it cost 400 million. This is insane. So it cost 400 million to make, all right, and it had a budget of 200 million for 8 years. All right. So the popular, well, not so popular game originally was given a 200 million dollar budget and 8 years to create something original. As for original goes, the developers decided to go with the traditional shooter style game. This might have been the biggest scam in video game development history. All right. The game went into alpha state in 2023. Up until when the game went into alpha state, they had already spent 200 million. At the time, the team behind Concord had not even been purchased by Sony. The story, however, does not stop there. All right. Sony purchases Concord, spending another 400 million. All right. So Sony then decided to swoop in and put their money into the project. All right. They said when the game was put into alpha point in 2023, from that point until the game launched, Sony spent another 200 million on it. Apparently, when the game was first shown during its alpha state, it was in such a horrible state that Sony felt they must spend that much money. What makes the story crazier is Sony knew when spending that 200 million that the money would get the game to a decent state, but not phenomenal. In fact, one of the major expenses was just having to outsource much of the game to other studios for additional help in finishing the game. Little was shown too. In the beginning, when the game was first being showcased, this led to an incredibly sloppy and rushed reveal, making the actual release of the game burn in flames. So, could Concord have possibly been a great game, or was it just doomed from the start? Man, this is actually insane, man. 400 million. Let's take a look of some of the most expensive games to develop. So this is just a Wikipedia article, all right? So it says most game budgets are not disclosed, all right? So this list is not indicative of industry trends, all right? So let's take a look at the most expensive video games to develop, all right? Um let's do by total, all right? Let's sort it by total. So Genshin Impact, $700 million to develop. Honestly, Genshin Impact is pretty successful. Have they recouped that? I would assume so. It's out on like every platform, Android, iOS, PS4, PS5, PC. So I'm pretty sure it's they've made their money back and plus more, right? Star Citizen, aka Scam Citizen, I still think the scam, 630 million. Monopoly Go, which is just a mobile game, 500 million. I don't know how that it costs that much to develop a mobile game. Cyberpunk 2077. All right, I don't know why over here it listed twice. Not sure why. Either way, 441 million. So the game, Concord, would be in the top five, right? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, it's up there. It's in the top 10 at least. Marvel Spider-Man 3. So yeah, Concord, one of the most expensive video games to develop. It's a flop. So yeah, this was kind of just crazy to me to hear about this. Yeah, future of PlayStation doesn't really doesn't make sense. It definitely was not. So yeah, Concord, biggest flop, one of the biggest flops in video game history. Take care, everyone. Peace.